guys, Tanya here. Sorry about the last video. It cut off really abruptly, and the reason being is because I'm using my Apple iPhone to record these videos, and I ran out of space, so I had to download everything and put it on my computer, which I hadn't done in a while, so everything was on my phone. So now I have more space, and I didn't want to remake the video because I had told you a lot of things that I wanted to tell you, and some of the things were kind of, you know, humorous, and I was afraid that if I were to try to remake it with the same story, it wouldn't be as natural. So, anyways, and I don't like redoing things. I just like to get done, you know, win or fail, whatever. But, so this is part 2. Okay, this is the next day. It's about 2:20 in the afternoon. I made the last one about 11 something last night. What's happened since then? A lot. So, as I told you before, I used the super poly grip stuff to hold my teeth in place because they were falling out of my face. And so after I got through the video and transferred everything from my phone to my computer and decided I wasn't going to make a new one, I had went to the bathroom and took my teeth out, cleaned the stuff off of it. It's kind of messy, by the way. It kind of goes everywhere. Plus, again, it was for my first time using it, and I was using it quickly in the car, so I wasn't taking my time. Like I said, if I use it several times and I can take my time to do it, I'm sure I'll become a pro at it. I don't want to become a pro at it, but it will get better. But, so anyways, and I've still got a couple stitches back here, and where the big teeth were. Ooh, my phone just went, my computer just went kind of weird. My, back teeth are still, they got the big, you know, indentions where the extractions were, big holes. So I learned 2 stitches back there. Excuse me. So I was cleaning the denture off, I soaked it, you know, put it in, had the little tablet in there. That's done. So I'm cleaning my mouth. I got that stuff all over this. And because I've got these big indentions, they kind of got up in the, you know, in the cavity. So I took my fingernail and a little thin cloth rag, and I was trying to, you know, not digging hard, because it's still kind of, you know, not tender, but I don't want to mess anything up. So I was kind of digging just a little, you know, getting up there and trying to get that stuff out, because it's like glue, you know, thick Elmer's glue, that pink. And so this side was fine. I was cleaning off my gums, cleaning off my, you know, my roof of my mouth, and went to this side, and evidently this tooth had bigger root system to it, so it was just a little bit deeper, and I think I messed it up. In fact, I know I'm pretty sure it was me. And getting that stuff out, it didn't hurt, you know, and some of it was still kind of left in there, you know, just traces of it. But I figured, all right, my body will take care of it. That's what your mouth does. So many things by itself that if it didn't, you'd have really big issues, you know, with your mouth. But you know, your body's always taking care of itself. So I figured, all right, well, the residue, what's left, I don't think it's going to hurt, so I'll just let my body take care of it through the night. And it did. It really did. But, so after I got all that stuff out of my mouth, I had taken the oral rinse like I do every night. I do it twice a day, once when I wake up and once when I go to sleep, before I go to bed. And I was swishing like a normal, not too hard, not too soft, just doing the normal swish rinse thing. And it started coming to my nose. It's like, well, that's odd. And it didn't hurt. It was just a weird sensation up here, you know, where that cavity and that, you know, crevice is. But it started, and I took a, you know, tissue and did the mom thing, smelt it. Ooh, that smells like mint. So I was like, well, this is weird. So I spit it out, took some water, didn't like that, try to force slightly, not hard. It just a stream of water, just out this nose. So immediately I knew exactly what was going on. I have an area between here and here that's just, you know, this is open. So I got so upset. I was so scared. So I got myself cleaned up, still had my teeth out. Went to my husband wanted to go see my husband, who was in his man cave, and was like this, you know. upset and crying, told him what was going on, and he's like, well, listen, we'll, get dressed and we'll go to the hospital, the emergency room, right now. If you want me to take you, I'll take you. I said, well, as much as that would make me feel better right now, let me check something else out first. But I was just, he consoled me and gave me a hug and said, what do we need, and does it hurt, and, being a good husband. He really takes care of me. I take him for granted a whole lot. But, excuse me, best friend, water. So anyways, the next thing I did is I called my mother. I did. I called Mom. This is a dry throat today. I was drinking this earlier today, and I think it's caused an issue. But, yeah, I'm 40 years old, and I will still call my mother. It's okay. So I called her, and come to find out, she had the same issue several years ago when she had a back tooth pulled. She said that she even got some food and stuck in it, and had some food actually come out of her nose. Kind of freaked me out. But she said it'll be okay. Just go see your doctor tomorrow and see what he says. So she calmed me down, made me feel better, just like moms do. She's great. But so that's what I did. All right, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm leaving it in the hands of somebody else. I'm going to bed. So the next morning, my husband's leave started today. So he's off work. And it was a good thing he was off work today. So we got our daughter to school, and then, I got, woken up and got ready. He took me to the Evans Dental here on Camp Foster, where I'm a patient there. And they took me as a sick call, which is another name for emergency patient. They'll kind of see me when they can fit me into their schedule of scheduled patients. So I was a sick call patient. My surgeon wasn't there. He was in surgery at the hospital. My prosthodontist wasn't there because he's got promoted to commander, so he's up at the commander's office. And I'll tell you more about that, if not this video, then the next one. And the complications I'm having with that one. But, so, I got seen by a different dentist I've never seen before. But he's knowledgeable. I mean, he's a dentist. He's been doing it for 20 years. I can't remember his name. Nice guy. Decent guy. So, anyways, he saw me. He inspected. He had my, he took my denture out, inspected everything, and saw that I had a, I can't remember. It's just a sore back here. Can't remember what he called it. Not bad, but I don't notice it, but he did. And he told me exactly what it was from, and I agreed completely. But he said that there was nothing else up in there that he could see, and that it should heal on its own. He said, just keep your denture, the upper end, as much as you can. Sleep with it 24 hours. Take it out to clean it just for a little bit. Clean your gums, do the rinse and all that kind of stuff. But mainly just keep this in. It's going to be like a Band-Aid, like a splint. It should heal on its own. So what he said is that what he does, when he does extractions, and he's not a surgeon, but he does extractions, just the simple extractions, not ones that need people to be put to sleep or anything. But he said that on especially back teeth and just bigger teeth, he'll not put so many sutures in that closes it completely up in case you get stuck, down in there. Because your body will need to be able to flush it out, and it will, because your body, again, will take care of itself most of the time. So instead of closing it completely, he kind of closes these things up just like this, so things can come out, like fluid, or blood, or whatever the case may be, because if you close it up and it doesn't have a way to release, it'll cause swelling and infection, and you'll get toxic, and it's not a very good thing. So he said, keep this in. He doesn't see any big problems. If it doesn't hurt, don't mess with it. So, hey, I agree. Great idea. So, he said it should close naturally, and he used a big word. I can't remember the word he used, but he said it should just close. And I asked him, I said, is this going to heal up on its own? Am I just going to have a hole there, for life? Or just, am I going to have the procedure? He said, most likely, he said, on rare occasions, I'll have to have another procedure, in that area, that extraction area. But 9 times out of 10, your body will just close it up like that naturally. And I got comfort in that. So it may take a couple weeks for that to heal because he said it's healing great. The tissue looks good. It's just, it's opened. But he said it should close up by itself. Just give it some time. I said, okay. So that's that. I had a funny funny evening, but a terrifying night. And then a pretty terrifying morning, and then I was fine. So, anyways, after we went to the dentist's office, me and my husband were both just starving. I'd offered, I said, listen, because I knew he was hungry. I said, before we go, let's just stop off at Starbucks. You can get something small, a breakfast sandwich and some coffee before you take me, because I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait, because I'll probably be seen as a sick call, which means we might have to be waiting a while for him to fit me in. So he said, no, this is more important. He didn't say it like that. He said, no, this is more important. We're going to take you to get fixed, or see what they say, or just get you seen. I said, okay. So after all that was said and done, we went to, on base down the road, there was a Starbucks, Captain D's thing. It's all one building, but you got Starbucks on one side and you got Captain D's on the other. So we at Captain D's, and I ate fine. They don't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It just scared me. But so we got a little bit to eat, and then we had some coffee. But with my dinner, with my lunch, I had water. So, I'm still on the water kick. What else? Everything is still okay. I still need to get these tightened up. Unfortunately, I may have to go to another camp to do it, because from what the dentist that I talked to today said, that commanders, when they're not commanders, when they're seeing patients, but once they get that commander status or promotion or whatever, I don't know Navy, I know Marine Corps. So once they become a commander of an area, then they usually don't see patients anymore. So I got kind of bummed out immediately about that, because it's like, he's just now starting to work on me, and he promised he was going to take care of me, and I was so hyped about that. He's like, no, we'll still take care of you. He said, but we may have to see you into the camp, which is either, I can either go to one Camp Denture, which is 45 minutes one way with heavy traffic, or 20 minutes another way on the expressway. So my husband's out of work this month, so guess what he's doing? He's taking me to get this fixed. But anyway, so far I wouldn't say so good, but not terribly bad. Fixable. I'm feeling better about the rest of it now that I know that it's not a big deal. It's a big deal, but it's something that is an immediate danger. So yeah, he did say that since it's, and I was like, listen, I'm going back to work tomorrow, and I work in a place that, I see people's bosses there a lot. So he said, go ahead and use the polygrip stuff, but just don't use it back there, and try not to use it on the other surgical sites that are still trying to heal, because you don't want to get stuff up there. But definitely don't use it right there. Use it other places. I said, okay. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I haven't tried to do that yet, but we'll see. Anyways, have a great day. Semper Fi.